Verstappen ordered to 2 days of public service order after Ocon push. Max Verstappen will undertake 2 days of community service after pushing Esteban Ocon several times at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Verstappen was venting his frustration at the French following their on-track clash during the race. Verstappen was upset with Ocon as the collision occurred when Verstappen was leading the race and the Frenchman was attempting to unlap himself. Ocon received a 10-second stop-go penalty during the race, and was handed 3 penalty points after the checkered flag. After the incident, Verstappen told reporters, "I don't really have a lot to comment on that, except that he was being a pussy." However, the two were seen shaking hands as they left the investigation by the stewards. The stewards reviewed video evidence from the FIA CCTV cameras and heard from the driver of car 33, Max Verstappen, the driver of car 31, Esteban Ocon, and the team representatives. The driver, Max Verstappen, entered the FIA Weighbridge garage, proceeded directly to driver Esteban Ocon and, following a few words, started an altercation, pushing or hitting Ocon forcefully several times in the chest. The stewards held a hearing, in which both drivers acted appropriately and cooperated with the stewards. The stewards understood from Max Verstappen that he was extremely upset by the incident on track during the race and accepted his explanation that it was not his original intent to strike Ocon, but that he was triggered and caused him to lose his temper. While sympathetic to Verstappen's passion, the stewards determined that it is the obligation of sportsmen at this level to act appropriately and as role models to other drivers at all levels, and found that Verstappen failed in this respect. The stewards therefore ordered that Max Verstappen is required to perform two days of public service at the direction of the FIA within 6 months of the incident. 12.3.1.c of the FIA International Sporting Code. 2. McLaren's penalized for ignoring blue flags. The McLaren duo of Fernando Alonso and Stoffel Vandoorne have been penalized for ignoring blue flags during the Brazilian Grand Prix. Each driver had 5 seconds added to their race times, and they also both picked up 2 penalty points on their licenses. Alonso's penalty was handed to him during the race, which demoted him from 16th to 17th. However, confirmation of Vandoorne's penalty only came through after the checkered flag, which dropped him to 15th from 14th place, promoting Esteban Ocon. Vandoorne started the race from the very back of the grid but managed to get the better of his teammate and the 2 Williams in a race he's proud of. "Maybe no one noticed again, but I think it was a great race again today," said Vandoorne. "We did a good job in the first stint, made the tires last a little bit longer than the others, came out on the fresh tires, had a good fight with Fernando, and from there on we did a good race. We managed to overtake the Williams as well. It might not look on the timing board like it's been a great race, but I feel like today I maximized everything, so I'm happy." Alonso was brought into the pit lane early on in the race, but lost out as there was an issue during his stop. After stopping again late on for a fresh set of super soft tires, the Spaniard managed to get in front of both Williams prior to his penalty. "It was tough today," Alonso stated. "We gambled on the strategy a little bit, stopping very early. With the medium tires we blistered the tires and we were not competitive in the second half of the race. The pit stop was not clean and smooth, so we lost a bit of time in there. Overall we've been too slow all weekend. We didn't have the pace to be in the top 10, so whatever strategy, whatever we tried, I think the points were unreachable," the double world champion added. 3. Ricciardo, "I did everything I could in podium fight. Daniel Ricciardo insists that he gave maximum effort at Interlagos, trying to come away with a podium finish. The Australian started the Grand Prix from 11th place following a penalty he received for fitting a new turbocharger for the weekend. Ricciardo extended his first stint on the super soft compound and put Ferrari's Kimi Räikkönen under pressure during the final laps of the race. However, the Red Bull driver couldn't find a way past the Iceman and had to settle for 4th place. "We had the pace, but I don't have any regrets," Ricciardo said. "I don't feel I lost a podium or the team lost it for me. We did everything we could. So, I am not upset about that." "I just feel like every time we start out of position or at the back, we have a fast car. So it is just a bit of built-up frustration. But the race was fun. They, Red Bull, left me out at the beginning and let me attack at the end, but I'm not angry at anyone, just upset that we just missed the podium when we definitely had a car quick enough." Red Bull had surprisingly good pace during the race, with Ricciardo's teammate Max Verstappen in contention for the victory throughout. Ricciardo is aiming to bring the positivity to Abu Dhabi, which will be his last race for Red Bull before he departs for Renault. "We had a very fast car today," he added. "I know we were better than 4th, but anyway, I get one more chance with the team to get up there. With the pace we had today, I really have some optimism going to Abu Dhabi. I feel that is always a stronger track for us than this is."